It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso and you're live on S3. Now, if you haven't heard of RX Radio, you've actually been missing out on a lot. I don't know where you've been. Where have you been? Okay, RX Radio is a unique, award-winning radio station that is done by children, but it's for children as well. Based at the Red Cross War Memorial Children's Hospital in Cape Town, South Africa. They're a platform where kids with different health conditions and kids in general come together and speak freely about issues that are important to them, also while providing a lot of solace to anybody who is in that hospital at any given time. Now, Sebastian Crossan is alongside me, one of the youth presenters, a super talent of the future who will take my job one day. Then alongside is Noloyolo Ngomani, the RX radio station manager. And of course, Jennifer Olafide is also here, known as the grandmother of RX radio, even though she does look not like a grandmother, but like a 21-year-old. Now, joining me here are these three talented people. I have to say that your skin looks amazing. But first, let's start with you, Sebastian. First of all, welcome. It's so good to meet people who, you know, work in the radio field. And I feel like we work together already. You have something called neurofibromatosis.
That is correct.
Which I don't think people know enough about, I suppose. Do you want to share just a little bit, like a nice little paragraph so you can help people understand?
Well, basically, neurofibromatosis is a condition that is 1 in every 3,000 people.
Wow.
It can be dangerous, but most of the time people live with it, live very happy, healthy, normal lives. The biggest indicator with neurofibromatosis is the brain tumor and the freckles and birthmarks in odd places.
Wow. That's a proper rundown of what that is. But of course, now you have got a condition. Many of your listeners have conditions at the Red Cross War Memorial Children's Hospital. So how does your condition help you become a great radio presenter?
Well, it has helped me become more open about neurofibromatosis without being stopped because people are so concerned about the brain tumor thing.
Yes.
So it's helped me become a lot more open and comfortable speaking about it to my blokes.
Yeah, and I think that you say 1 in 3,000 have it. That means that you are super unique if you think about it. And that's the great thing about all of the things that we have, whether it be, you know, health conditions, whether we are short, tall, whatever that may be. I think that uniqueness is the most amazing thing and makes us great radio presenters. And I think you are doing a fantastic job at RX Radio. Now, we also have your station manager, your boss is here. So we have to be good to the boss because I know that the boss, you've been fortunate enough to be at the helm. Noloyolo, that's your full name. I'm not used to calling you that. I'm going to say Yoli. It's fine. But I'd like to know a bit more about, you know, just the station itself. Anybody who doesn't know RX Radio, you've really adopted this mindset of encouraging people with health conditions. But those encouragers are those with health conditions too. How has that grown into this product that is RX Radio? How has that really helped all of the individuals at the hospital listening to you guys?
Yeah, thank you, Carl. So in its true essence, RX Radio is a radio station that is by and for children.
Yes.
It's a unique concept, right? That has managed over the time to morph into a much-needed resource.
Yeah.
In that it has challenged the stereotypical views that people with difference can't be integrated into the society. And usually the society sidelines children with disabilities, more especially chronic conditions. But for the first time in history, RX Radio has managed to create a space where they can talk about issues that are important to them, where they can have relations with children that have got similar conditions as them.
Yes.
And further on, it has created this source of, you know, advocacy, where children can talk about children's rights, can talk about all the things that are directed to them, and they get to be active citizens in that. And especially in the hospital setup, then we found that the power of the mic allows them to be part of intergenerational dialogue, where they interact with the healthcare workers, they interact with decision makers. They then challenge as well the service that's rendered to them through this missing desk. And now suddenly there is some sort of a leveling of the field and people are talking the same language, right? So the station has become that critical source where children find themselves to be welcomed, to be more belonging, to form some sort of a civil movement that is by and for children. And they pretty much dictate the topics, and they then, by default, get a sense of confidence. They then educate people about health conditions and chronic conditions. For instance, this confidence that I'm talking about, I'm proud to announce that one of our reporters, an 18-year-old Talita Counter, who joined the station, she was, I think, 12 years old.
Yes.
Literally last Saturday, she got inducted after 6 years of being with the station as the first bright star who has a chronic condition and is wheelchair bound. And that is spectacular. That's groundbreaking. So the work that the station does, it speaks for itself and is needed.
Okay, I need to just jump in here. You got a backer buddy. It's coming. If you can, in a nutshell, just give us the reasons to why the backer buddy is there. Why do you have that going?
So we created, in partnership with Backer Buddy, a Save RX Radio campaign.
Yes.
I'm sure you know this. A lot of NGOs have suffered during COVID, and they haven't managed to generate funding for them. And others have literally closed, right? And we've been lucky that we haven't done that because we're fighting with various efforts. So I think because of the change in the fundraising landscape, as well as the demand for COVID relief, and also the recession is not doing anyone any good,
very
right?
true.
So we have not been spared. We were not able to raise funds, but we partnered with Backer Buddy to see how people can support us based on the work that we do. So people can literally go to our website, www.rxradio.co.za, click the donate button and donate, or even search Save RX Radio campaign, and then they will see the campaign through the Backer Buddy account. But what is most important, I think people think if you want support, you practically mean money. I think I want to call people out there. Everyone has got the smartphone in their hand, right? They can share this link. It's the giving season now, right? They can share in the WhatsApp groups. And also, I think what's important to influencers, answer us, do a video, tweet about the campaign so that it can go viral, because we really want people's assistance to keep the station going.
We will do just that, and that's why you're on the Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll chat to Granny of the RX Radio landscape, as well as some of the talents interviewing us as presenters on Expresso, so stick around for that. And if you can support them, RX Radio, Save RX Radio, Backer Buddy, click on it now.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
You stayed, I'm so glad. Welcome to Expresso here on S3, and we're joined back in studio by our three guests. We have two seasoned RX Radio young reporters, Luzuko Zonkapo as well as Alila Davies, who's here to join us and share their experiences with RX Radio. But before we get there, we do need to chat to our grandmother, who's sitting in the middle, looking 21, but will be... can I mention, on Thursday, your birthday?
Okay.
How old are you going to be on Thursday?
70.
70 years old.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, okay. Well, here's the thing. I'd like to know your role at RX Radio, because I believe that you've got a family connection and you've got a very, very key role in terms of, you know, maybe mentoring a lot of the people who are part of it. So what is your role?
Okay, thank you for all the compliments. Bob.
It's very easy with you.
Yeah. Thank you. My role is, because I'm the granny, probably to ensure that we get money, that a fundraising role.
Yes.
We have shortly, just not too long ago, started a fundraising committee.
Okay.
And it's difficult. A few parents, we've got quite a few parents, but we can't call on all our parents to assist us, because some of our parents are parents of children with disabilities.
Yes.
They are from the disadvantaged community, and we don't want to pressurize them by insisting that they give us money. We were thinking of a monthly contribution to the station from the parents of the reporters. But we don't want to scare parents away and then keep their children away. The children are the heart of the radio. If the children aren't there, there's no radio station.
Yes.
So my main role is to appeal to everybody out there to support RX Radio.
Okay.
And I think because I'm old, people listen to old people. People listen to grannies. Grannies now at this age, we look at drawing up our wills, and if you don't know what to do with your money, RX Radio is there.
Right? You can leave a legacy right now. And I think, you know, we've heard about the voice it gives to so many who are battling away with their respective health conditions, but also people who are living with health conditions that can actually share more inspiration. One of those is that reporter right next to you. Luzuko is right there. You are a musician. You're a rapper. You're one of RX Radio's young, talented reporters. Tell me about the music that you put out there and how it makes you a better reporter for RX Radio.
The music I put out there is it's just more about my story.
Yeah.
Things that I've gone through, and maybe it's just to make people relate. So children that are in the same condition as I am. And with radio, I think also it goes hand to hand, you know, entertainment, music, having fun with especially the patients that are listening
Yeah.
at the wards. So sometimes we just give them some nice music, just to dance in the room, and have some fun.
And I can tell it's always fun with you because
Yeah.
you're a very positive person.
Yeah, it is.
And I think that you can bring that through not only your music, but also in the way you report, which is so great. I think everybody who's got a platform needs to use it for good, and you're doing just that, which is great. And talking about good, Lila, you are also using your platform for good because, I mean, you are in this industry. You know, we chatted a bit more about you being in some, you know, ads and you're a model, etc. But you started an anti-bullying campaign for those people who can't stand up for themselves and those people who, you know, need to stop bullying as well. So how did that anti-bullying campaign start?
So in about 2019, previous years before that, I was bullied because of my hair. So when this was happening, I didn't tell anybody, but eventually after all of this was over, I started my anti-bullying campaign.
Yes.
And that's initially what got me into RX Radio because I was asked during the first few months if I could be interviewed.
Okay.
And I was interviewed by my now friend Yusra, and after that I just fell in love with wanting to learn more about how other children go through life, other
Yeah.
worldly problems, how to fix children and the way that we think.
And that is power, because anything that comes from you, if you feel like there's a difficulty or a piece of negativity, it's not. It's actually fuel to succeed. And if you look at everything that's happening here, it is the best thing that I can think of. RX Radio has a Back a Buddy campaign, and you can help. So I want you to go and search them at the moment. You know, I know you've got your internet connection. Search Save RX Radio on Back a Buddy. And if you've got anything to contribute, doesn't matter how big, how small, if your company, you can go to them today and say to them, hi, there's a radio station that is giving a voice to so many people, adding comfort to people at the Red Cross War Memorial Children's Hospital, and are willing to do that in the most entertaining way and positive way possible. That is something to invest in. Because I can guarantee you right now, when you invest in youth, it's an investment that'll never go bust. Find them, Back a Buddy, and support these guys at RX Radio. And a little later, apparently, we will be interviewed, which I'm a bit nervous for, but you know what? I'm here for it. Stick around.